Welcome to the Emporia Public Schools podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Allison Anderson Harder, Superintendent. This podcast is our way to provide students, staff, parents, and community members easy access to information on a variety of topics. Once you've listened to an episode, we encourage you to use the electronic link to provide feedback or ideas about the episode to which you just listened to, or to share ideas for future episodes. Today, we are visiting with Mr. Kirk, principal at William Allen White, and two outstanding students here at William Allen White. So we'll start with Mr. Kirk to introduce himself and why he loves being a principal at William Allen White Elementary.
Hello, so I am Kirk, principal at William Allen White. I have been blessed to be part of Emporia Schools since 2004. I actually had to look that up, so I'm coming up on 20 years at the end of this year. And I love being a part of William Allen White because it's home for me. I grew up here, actually went to school here, and now get to serve in a different role. And for me, it's just that authentic and genuine love that our kids have, and I get to experience with our staff that every day is kind of what's uplifting and brings me back to kind of grounded on why I'm here.
All right, we will introduce our students. We have Lily in 5th grade. Lily, introduce yourself and who your teacher is.
Hello there, I'm Lily, and I'm in 5th grade. My teacher is Mrs. Barrett.
All right, Lily, what's your last name?
Lily Tan.
Thank you. And Addie?
Yes.
First and last name and your teacher.
Hi, my name's Adeline Boyers. I'm in 2nd grade, and my teacher is Mrs. Harn.
Awesome. Very good. All right, let's talk about what is the most wonderful thing that has happened so far this year? Lily, let's start with you.
Well, I'm just pleased to know that, all my friends are in the same class. There's only one 5th grade class this year, so I get to know, new people, because, sometimes my friends get split up and added into different classes. But this time, I get to know everybody.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So you have a nice, wonderful, big class.
Yes, a class of 26 students.
Wow, that's awesome. And we know that your teacher just loves you all very much. She says wonderful things about you.
Yes.
Addie, how about you? The most wonderful thing so far this year? Best thing so far this year?
When it was Trailblazer Awards.
All right. What was awesome about Trailblazer Awards?
Because I get to see me and some of my friends get picked.
Awesome. For different awards, right?
Yes.
Okay. I've got a question for each of you. So what do you know how to do that you could teach others how to do? Lily?
I'm really good with long division. There are some students in my class that struggle with that. So teachers, I help out with my table mates because, I have some table mates who are, they struggle with math. So I'm there for them. And, Aralee's also there with them, other table mates.
Awesome. So, Lily, you're kind of a little teacher helper, right?
Yeah.
With long division. That's awesome. Addie, how about you? What could you teach others how to do?
Reading.
Are you good at reading?
Yes, I'm at level T.
All right. Well, way to go. So, let's see. Another question. Why do you like being a kid? Addie, start with you. What's the best thing?
Because we get to play.
And recess, right? Recess is awesome.
Awesome. Awesome.
Lily?
I enjoy being a kid. I don't have that many responsibilities. I don't need to do taxes or pay bills. I'm just very pleased about that.
What Lily said.
Yeah, that's a great answer. So what do you love the most about William Allen White Elementary? Lily?
There's a routine. I get up in the morning, I come to school, I see all my friends, greet them, greet my teachers. I love seeing it's like family, my friends, the rest of my classmates. Seeing them just makes me happy.
That's awesome. Addie, how about you? What do you love the most about William Allen White?
Reading.
Reading?
Yes.
That's a really good skill to have. So if your teacher was going to describe you, how would she describe you? Addie?
Sassy, helpful. I pick people who don't usually get picked during math.
So you help them out?
Yes, I help my classmates out who are not very good at math, and I teach them how to add 3 numbers or 4, and I help them find the answer in math.
Awesome. Well, I bet they really appreciate that, Addie.
Yes.
Lily, how about you?
I've been called mature by a lot of teachers and helpful. I'm determined to get my work done on time. So, I have a schedule. I'm friendly. I socialize with others. Yeah.
I think those are both really good descriptors of both of you. Okay, here's a big question. If you had $1 million, what would you do with it? Addie, do you want to go first?
So if my mom needed some of the cash, I would give it to her. But if I had like a lot of money left over, I would give it to a charity.
Oh, very nice. Thank you. Lily, how about you?
I'd save a lot of it, and I'd give a lot to my siblings and my parents, and I'd give them to charity. Just donate them to others that need it.
Oh, that's very nice. Well, let's ask Mr. Kirk. Mr. Kirk, what would you do with $1 million?
Oh my gosh. I was not prepared for that question.
It's a surprise.
Yeah. So I was really touched by both of their answers to give away. So the selfish side of me, would honestly say I'd love to at least be debt free, not necessarily live beyond my means, but being debt free. And then the spirit of giving to me, I think just them saying that was so genuine. I know how much joy that can bring to be able to give to others. So, gosh, I think they both just showed some leadership for me and helped me maybe know that there's a lot more than just spending money, but maybe giving money has a lot more power to it. So.
Yeah, we learned that in Money Ninja.
Oh, very nice.
Yes, so I'm donating.
That's awesome.
Just like Money Ninja would.
Good. Well, we have some exciting events that are coming up at William Allen White with construction. So we're going to see some really cool things happening with construction. So we're going to ask Mr. Kirk to share what he is most excited about with that, because he probably knows more about that than anybody. I know he's been sharing a lot of information, but he's been at the table talking about that. So what are you looking for the most? I know moving out of your office is probably on top of your list, right?
Yeah. Well, so I guess I would say I'm looking forward to the end of construction, maybe more than the process itself. I think that's probably where most of our staff is excited about the goal and what we have in front of us. I think everyone's excited. It's our turn now. And, that's been a waiting period for us. And so getting to see other schools kind of come about also builds that excitement, because you get to see all of the different things that are going into place in the different buildings. And in a lot of ways, our building is going to be very similar to what's been done in some of the other elementaries. And so being able to kind of generate some excitement from that, from what our staff has seen in other places, is exciting. And just the resources that our kids are going to have available to them and also to our staff to better serve our students. So all that as a whole, again, I'm excited. It's right around the corner, and the process maybe has me a little nervous, but I know that there's an end to be found, and I'm excited about that.
There'll be a little bit of work, and so Lily, you're going to have to come back and visit, because they'll be still under construction by the time you're heading to the Emporia Middle School. Mm-hmm. So you'll have to come back and visit. Well, Mr. Kirk, what about a highlight so far this year? What would be a great highlight that you have?
Probably a highlight for me just came up recently. So, and I love it every year. Our fall festival is kind of the first big family event that we have as a school community, but since back to school night. And that a few years ago, we made a transition to have that outside. We had it Friday the 27th or 28th, something. But weather was not super cooperative. It was in kind of the mid 40s and a little bit of wind, but we had a huge turnout, and just the joy and the happiness that kind of fills the schoolyard with everyone that came out. It was a great fundraiser for us too, that we have a school carnival and auction off a bunch of different things, have some good food for pretty cheap. But it was having the full engagement of our families, not just the kids from William Allen White, but their siblings, both young and old, come back for it. Some chose to dress up, others did not. But just that event of having our entire school staff, and for me, I guess our school family, students and their families come and join together, it's good fellowship.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Well, Mr. Kirk, thank you very much for hosting us. Lily, Addie, thank you for being our guest today. Is there anything else that either of you would like to share before we end our podcast? Addie?
The reason why I chose reading is because it brings me to different worlds, and the books and stories, the words, everything, the pictures.
So really get your imagination going.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, maybe you could be a writer. And other people could read your stories, and you could take their imagination somewhere. Something to think
Yeah,
about,
but
right?
I already have my job.
Oh, you have?
chosen.
What's your job?
An astronaut baby doctor.
All right, an astronaut baby doctor.
And I might even write books about outer space.
All right, so I hear a theme there: outer space, right?
Yes, outer space, outer space, outer space.
Nice.
That's what the theme of my 9th birthday is going to be, because I already chosen the theme for my birthday this year: Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Awesome. Lily, how about you? When you grow up, what do you want to be?
I was thinking about like my parents, they work in a donut shop. So I want to do something business related and cooking related. Maybe I could own like a small cafe and cook the foods there. Maybe work at the register or serve them the food.
Well, very nice. Well, it was nice meeting both of you. Lily, I was just in your parents' store on Sunday, so it was delicious. They make the best donuts ever.
Thank you.
Well, thank you all again. We will end on our Emporia Public Schools mission statement. We engage, we empower, we inspire. Thank you for listening, and watch for upcoming episodes.